GodotCon found its way to the US this year for the very first time in the great city of Boston. Home of the Celtics, historical Ivy League colleges, and overpriced lobster rolls. This felt like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to talk with people other than my wife about the Godot Engine, so I set out for Boston. Plus, I signed up to be a speaker, so it was probably a good idea to show up for that. This is my GodotCon 2025 recap. After a grueling 2-day journey, I arrived at the Microsoft New England Research and Development Building, or NERD for short. We are live at GodotCon. We're ready to go, so let's do it. I missed the workshop day on Monday, but I was ready bright and early for the first day of sessions, and NERD was packed. Right away, I felt at home until I had to figure out how to get on the elevator, which in typical Microsoft fashion was way more complicated than it needed to be. On the main floor, there was a nice mingle area and a whole room dedicated to games made in Godot. After talking with some developers and trying out their games, I've already got some really cool projects to show in the near future. The main takeaway I had was how excited everyone was to talk about Godot. Developers had crowds of people checking out their games, and players were legitimately enjoying these random Godot projects. After securing my Godot swag, I grabbed a coffee and headed to Adam Scott's talk about web development and the engine. I'm here with Adam.
Yeah,
and
so
we are about to.
I'm here with stay at home dev. So I'm currently like it's minus 15 minutes to my talk.
Pressure's on.
Yeah, pressure's on. I think so. It's going to be a talk about like the state of the web and Godot. So I really look forward towards it, and I have two reveals.
Two reveals that I don't even know.
Yeah.
So stay glued to your seats. So despite being denied the exclusive, the reveal was worth the wait, as web now has compatibility with C#, much to everyone's excitement. The day kept getting better with great talks about event buses from Baja the Frog, really useful information about using itch.io with Danny Silvers, and a much needed talk about improving UI and Godot with Robbie Herb. I also got the chance to meet some really cool people working on some really interesting Godot projects.
Hi, I'm Nicholas O'Brien. I'm the founder of SA Games, and I made a Godot-based game called Bundle of Joy.
I'm standing with Bakahi. You're working on clouds. You're just talking about clouds.
So I made the Sunshine Clouds plugin. I'm currently working on version 2.
I'm Hannah, and I primarily use the Godot Engine for game jams.
Hey, my name is Kyle. I'm from Potato Sack Games and Diurnal Productions. I am mostly a tool expert, so you know me from Godot Firebase.
The conference also featured another welcome surprise, the food. So we're a couple talks in, things have been great, but the food has been wonderful. Day 2 started with a bang with a talk by Ace Rolla about compositor effects, an AMA by the Godot team, and an in-depth look at multiplayer in the Godot hit Domekeeper. But as the clock struck 12, it was time to prep for my own talk, the YouTube crash course for game devs. After an impromptu YouTube Q&A session with the shader master Ace Rolla himself, it was finally time to pack up and head out, because I promised to take my daughter to the museum to see the big giant dinosaur. GodotCon was everything that I hoped it would be. It was so cool to talk to people who, one, knew what the Godot Engine was, and that were actively working on projects. We got some really cool swag. They gave us this bag right here. It says GodotCon Boston 2025. And inside, actually I don't have the pin, there's a really cool pin. The developer of Buckshot Roulette gave some really kind of cool posters. They look like they're stickers, but they're not. And then this thing here, which is really interesting, it's a GodotCon anthology. So people were asked before going to send in a game or something that they were working on, and this was all put on here. The plan is to go through all these games. I'm gonna make a video about it, just trying out all these games here on the back. Came with a little USB stick, put that back in there. The showcase area was really cool to sort of have that experience that I do every week, checking out people's games, talking about those games with the developers, like standing right in front of you. I felt my talk on the crash course for YouTube went pretty well. I think it came across how I wanted it to. I did do a little bit of a thing of trying to inspire people to create, to make things. I'm excited for that to pop up on the Godot Engine official channel pretty soon, I think. The plan is to have some version of the talk that I gave, the crash course, in a video form on the channel. The future of Godot is bright, and there's a lot of excitement around the engine, and just the people were so friendly and so kind, and I really enjoyed every conversation that I had. I have no words for being able to meet people that have a similar, if not the same interest that I do. It was really wonderful, really awesome experience. So thanks to everyone that I met, if you're watching. Thanks to the Godot team for throwing GodotCon, where, you know, Emmy, Adam, David, and the Godot Boston group, which is, as I understand it, the whole reason that this even happened. This was a really cool experience for people in the States to have a GodotCon. Hopefully it continues into the future, and we can count on having a GodotCon in the United States every single year. That'd be pretty cool.